The best in most country. Big Frog, hang on now. Hang on.
What's going on over there?
I'd be the last guy that would know.
Yeah, boy, don't I know that.
I've had to keep you off the radio because it was the only way we were going to keep this secret for another 15 minutes.
Do you have their mics on now? Can you hear them now?
Maybe.
I can hear them breathe.
Check 1, 2.
I just heard a big...
That's because you're next to me.
Oh, boy, it's getting deep now.
Oh, I guess. I got new rubber boots. I need to put them on.
Wild West FrogFest and Rodeo coming up June 13th, Herkimer County Fairgrounds. And
well, we didn't think Jared Neiman, Gloriana, Trailer Choir, and Chelsea Kavanaugh was enough.
And we've kind of had this in the works for the last week or two or so, and kept it under wraps, but...
That's why you didn't tell me, huh?
Exactly. Well, we didn't officially agree to everything person to person and handshake until late yesterday afternoon.
Oh, okay. There you go.
You know, it was like, she said, that he said, that I said, that it'd be okay.
And it's okay.
That's a very true story.
It is.
Yes.
Actually, I think I found out as I was falling asleep last night, so there you go.
So did I. Actually.
Yeah, I think I walked into the bedroom and said, tomorrow morning, 9 o'clock.
The Beadle brothers are coming! The Beadle brothers are coming! Woohoo!
We're here.
Here we are.
The, what do you refer to, the house band at Tin Rooster?
Yes.
And opened up for Justin Moore.
Oh,
what
man.
a show. I mean, that had to be so cool for you guys. You've opened up for a number of country stars.
Oh man, you know it's been a lot of fun. Every time we do a show like that, like Justin Moore show, he was such a great guy. We were honored to be sharing the stage with him. And then the crowd, like I always say that upstate New York, we've played all over the place, East Coast and all that, but really upstate New York fans are the best. I mean, the energy, just the roar of the crowd, we're like, holy cow, this is awesome, man, you know?
Yeah, you did a couple of songs and you didn't even need to sing, you just need to play. The crowd just sang along for you.
I love that.
We love that.
Love
more than
it.
anything.
Yeah.
Well, now you'll have about 5,000 fans singing along.
Can't
We
wait.
hope so.
Yeah.
I hope every one of them sings.
I've always thought, and I've never sang one lick in public or played an
I will, top of my lungs.
But I always thought that had to be a nerve-wracking moment, the first time you try to get the audience to sing along with you, that freak you out. What if they don't sing, oh my God?
I think we said that, you know, when we put the set list together, like, we're so used to what we do and where we do it, and the people always sing with us, and we're like, but wait a minute, what if in front of the event center crowd, we try to get them to sing with us and nobody sings with us?
Yeah.
We're like, kind of like, that would be really bad, right? Didn't happen.
Never happened.
Oh my God.
When we turned it
Great.
over to the crowd, you know, I have ears. I took my left ear out and I was like, oh my God, I think this is the loudest I've ever heard.
For people who don't know, he didn't take his ear out, it's an ear monitor. His ears are real, they're real.
That's Mr. Potato Head.
And you guys do a little bit of everything. It's not just country. You're going to entertain with a little bit of, we're going to go back to the 80s a bit.
Yeah, per your request, we are, yeah.
Thank you.
Wow.
We were really going to keep it country, then all of a sudden, you know, we get a request to do some, well, we won't say what we're going to do. But yes, a little bit of rock and roll. But
Yeah.
we're from, I mean, we love rock and roll, we love country, we love old country. Well, I do, I'm not speaking for you, but I love old country.
Yeah.
A little bit of rap, a little bit of hip hop, you know, Aerosmith, Guns N' Roses, all kinds of stuff. But, and you can kind of hear that in what we write too. I mean, it's...
Yeah.
So you write your own music as well?
Oh yeah, we'll probably do
Half and
maybe
half.
half our songs will be original that day, I would
Yeah,
guess.
definitely, 100%.
So how long have you guys been doing this?
Together or separately?
Well, together as the Beadle Brothers as an act, it's been about, this is our 4th year going into it, I think.
Yeah.
But I was a drummer from the time I was 18, and Matt's always been involved in some sort of band,
That's
drums, piano, 14, 13, something like that.
So you have a lot in common with the Gazin brothers from Gloriana then?
Yeah.
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 Yeah, and like, we both play multiple instruments and just love doing it.
I like the thing that looks like a guitar, but it's a piano
We'll call
kind
it-
of a...
Yeah, we'll call it a keytar because that's what it's really called.
A keytar?
We're on air, so I won't call it what I call it.
Today we'll keep it clean.
Yeah, we'll keep it clean. I won't call it my strap-on, but for argument's sake, it's a keytar. And yeah, a lot of people think it's kind of cool. And
It is cool!
Nashville, when I lived in Nashville, they didn't think it was cool.
Oh, really?
I played at Tootsie's like 5 nights a week. And
Yeah.
the guy that hired me there, he said, man, why don't you put that thing down and put on a real guitar? I mean, that's the image. You gotta have an image, man. And so I said, no, this is what I do, you know. And then it wasn't but maybe a year or two later, I saw a lot of the big acts touring that had guitars, and I'm like, huh,
Yeah,
look
because
what I brought back.
everybody has a guitar. I mean, that's
Yeah,
something
yeah,
unique.
yeah.
That's boring.
So
Sorry.
Well, I don't remember who it was, but we went and saw an act in the showroom at Turning Stone,
Yeah.
and the guy came out with a guitar, and I'm like,
Yeah.
"You did it! You got someone else to come here
It
with
was
a guitar."
like the Mavericks or it was somebody.
It wasn't Maverick, sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love the Mavericks.
Yeah.
So you said you moved to Nashville. How long were you there?
Oh, man, I moved to Nashville twice. I lived there for a couple of years, but it's my second home. Love Nashville.
Me too.
Have a lot of friends there. Our producer of our first album lives there. Met a lot of great people. Like he was dating Stella Parton at the time, so Stella was actually in the studio while we were recording our first album, and just it's a little small city. It's
Yeah.
not big.
Yeah,
Nashville's
exactly.
fun but small. I mean,
Yeah.
it's like if you meet one person, you probably met 20 because they're all a little group. So it's awesome.
So, I know, right? I'd go
Love it.
back there in a second. I mean, you
Sure.
can walk down the street, go to the grocery store, and there's Keith Urban doing his grocery shopping.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we went to a birthday party. I don't remember what club it was at, but we went to a birthday party and they were like, "Oh, this is so and so, this is so and so." Every studio musician in Nashville.
Yeah.
And then we'd go out a couple nights later and there were these guys up on the stage and they're just jamming with it. It's a big family there. People don't understand what musicians in Nashville go through. They play a long set with a no break. So when you walk in, if you're willing to get up and do a show, they'll let you come up and it's a really good time. Fortunate enough to visit Matt there.
Yeah, I always thought Jason Aldean's song was dead on. Everybody sings, everybody plays.
Yeah, Crazy Town.
Crazy
Yeah.
town. Yeah, sure. and we were discussing earlier the whole noon thing.
That you don't get up till noon?
There's no way.
No, you don't go to bed till 5.
Exactly.
There was times I walked out of there, and I won't admit to it. Like if you guys call me on a year from now, I'll say I didn't do this. But there was times I walked out and it was daylight out of the clubs
Yeah.
after playing and then hanging out. I mean, these guys, it's crazy. It really is in Nashville, and being back here in upstate New York, it's not crazy.
It's more laid
No,
back.
I gotta get up in the morning. I gotta do normal stuff. Like I don't think I like it. No, I kind of like crazy.
Somebody please take us to Nashville.
The Beadle Brothers coming to Wild West FrogFest and Rodeo presented by White's Farm Supply. We'll have more with the guys coming up next on Big Frog 104. So we're proud to announce and have in studio with us this morning the Beadle Brothers, who we've added to the Wild West FrogFest Rodeo lineup presented by White's Farm Supply.
I'm excited because it's going to be a little something different than anything we've had at FrogFest. Because you guys not only play country, you play it all.
Yeah.
So wait a minute.
Yeah, I was going to hang on. I didn't check this time. Do you have their mics
See?
on, Tadpole?
You know you gotta watch me. Now we can go.
Can we hear them now?
Hello, can everyone hear us? This is the Beadle Brothers.
And for anyone who doesn't know, you guys are actually brothers.
Yes, we are.
It's not just a name of the band. I know. Well, no, let's not go there. That's not nice.
No, well, he
No,
shaves it.
I love it.
Oh, okay. Oh, you
Well,
like having no hair.
I don't have to, spend 25 minutes in front of a mirror getting my hair pretty.
And then put a hat on it?
This morning because I was in a hurry.
Oh.
I wanted
You
to
know
stop.
the old story, musicians don't get up before noon.
Yes, we have discussed that actually.
No, I like this hat, and it makes me feel comfortable. So.
And it looks darn good on you
Thank
too.
you.
So what's it like? I mean, what if you get into an argument or it's got to be tough playing with your
Have we
brother.
ever gotten in an argument?
Yes, and I'm going to tell you, here's the honest to God truth. At the end of the day, we're still brothers.
True.
So the blood runs thicker than anything else.
Well, I can tell you. I'll tell you the last time we got in an argument, and it was only a couple of weeks ago. We didn't agree on something. I said something I shouldn't have said as usual.
Are you the younger of the two?
Yes.
There you go. That
Yeah.
explains it.
He walks out all mad at me and takes off. Let him sleep on it. I called him the next morning and I said, "Hey man, I'm really sorry about last night, and we're brothers and we got to communicate a little better. And I love you." And he said, "I love you too," and that was it.
Yeah.
That's what we do. We don't do it very often. I mean, 99% of the time we get along great, but that 1% if we have a difference in opinion or whatever, we love each other, man. We're brothers.
We're both hotheads, and when we both take stuff. Anyone that's out there that works with a sibling knows that it's give and take. A lot of times,
Or a spouse.
I don't get.
Or a spouse.
Yeah. I don't like to give a lot. I take it.
But has it ever gone onto the stage?
No.
Never.
No.
No.
So when it comes time to write, because you guys write your own stuff, do you do it together, or are they like solo projects?
No, we have written songs together. Lately, Matt's been doing a lot of his own writing. I accepted a new, like you say, I still have my day job, so I have a new position there, and I'm putting in a lot of hours, and they change my shifts every now and then. So, Matt, he's awesome at writing music anyway, and it doesn't take him. It's like we wrote "I'm Alive" in what, 20 minutes maybe.
Really? Wow.
Are you
That's the one we did
serious?
for
Yeah, in front of Justin Moore. That was a great
Well, when you get a
song.
hook like that,
The other one that we sang, the slow one, It Ain't That Bad.
Yeah.
That's the one I liked.
Yeah, that-
Oh my God.
I wrote that song literally in half an hour because when it was a true story. I was actually riding along and I changed. You got to change things up in a song. I didn't have a Chevrolet,
but you wishes he did.
But it worked.
the first line of the song is driving around in my Chevrolet, thinking about the bills I had to pay, whatever. I was driving along, and I was thinking about my bills and, my poor life, and poor Matt, whatever. And I pulled into this parking lot, and I looked over, and I saw this lady with a cane in her hand, and she was digging through a garbage can, and actually, it was true, there's a dumpster. So, but dumpster doesn't rhyme with anything, right? So I had to change it to garbage can, same difference, right? And I went home right then. I went home and I got on my piano. I wrote the song within half an hour, and it was done. I was like, everything that happened in that song when you listen to the song, it happened to me. So life experience is easy to write about. It's when you're trying to find a song to write about, trying to find a hook that you're not familiar with, and you've never experienced. It's like, now it's like pulling teeth a little bit.
Yeah.
Artists say where were you when the world stopped turning? Alan Jackson woke up, wrote it down, and there it was. Hit song.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, I still think that's a hit song. And Matt sent that song to me the night that he wrote it. He said, "You got to hear this song." And I'm like, that's one of the best ones I think he's ever written.
Well, you guys started it at Justin Moore, and it's slow, and I'm thinking, what are these guys doing? Their job before, as an opener, is to get the crowd going.
Yeah.
And then you started the song, and I went, oh, okay, maybe I was wrong. Because
Thank you.
that was a
Yeah,
hell of
we
a song.
definitely had a lot of positive comments about that song, and we talked about this off the air a little bit. We put a lot of thought into that set list because we wanted to build it up for Justin Moore. We wanted people to be ready for Justin to take the stage, and he put on a great show too, by the way. We watched the whole damn thing. But when we put Ain't That Bad in there in a certain spot, knowing that people would hopefully love the song, and that we would go to our next 3 songs and kick them in the butt for the rest of the way out.
Yeah, and it's tough too because it's original. So, not only is it a slow song, but it's a slow original. So that was a risk.
Well, that's the hardest thing about being an artist that, on your way up the ladder, is that you have to put your songs out there or else no one's ever going to know them.
Yeah. Right.
So we have to do it, and hopefully it'll catch on. And I really was in the moment. I was just trying to sing real, at the best of my ability, whatever you want to call it. And I didn't really look at the crowd reaction at all. And after the show, Bruce came up to me and he just kind of like, hey man, did you see that? And I said, see what? And he goes, did you see the reaction? It ain't that bad? And I go, no. He goes, wow.
Yeah.
And I go, cool.
And I will say, the day of a show, and Matt and I have both been through this, and I would never, we never use excuses for anything. We're gonna go do a show if my leg is broken in half. He's played a show sitting on a stool the day of surgery on his knee up like this, but the day before we opened for Justin Moore, he could not talk. He was taking medication for whatever you had. I don't know if it was
upper respiratory infection.
whatever. And I'm like, I was nervous for him.
Right.
Here's a brother thing again. Like, I'm thinking, how are you gonna make it through? Ain't that bad? And he did, and I was like,
Killed it.
Yeah, and I was watching the crowd the whole time going, and they liked it.
They loved it.
So I'm like, well, you did it, bro. Good job.
Do you guys ever get nervous?
I got nervous coming on the stage because I tripped over the snake thing.
we always all right. We always kind of joke around a little bit. The rest of the band members too. We know Bruce. I do. I grew up with him, obviously my brother, but the rest of the guys have been around us for a long time too. And they're like, your brother's gonna be nervous. Your brother's gonna be nervous. I gotta tell you, I was so impressed with how he performed in that show. If he was nervous, he could have fooled me.
Yeah, me too, because you owned that stage.
Yeah.
I mean, you were everywhere
Holy
and
cow.
getting the crowd up, and I would have never known.
Yeah, and to me, it's like, I'd rather be on a stage than anywhere else.
Yeah.
So when I'm on the stage, that's
It's
my
home.
comfort zone, yeah. If I'm somewhere else, I might be nervous, but on the stage, I'm like, hey, this is where I belong. I'm at home right now, like you said, you know, no nerves.
You have a tendency to climb all over the stage, actually, up on top of this and that.
Yeah, let me speak real quick. I told him before the show, I go, don't stand on that speaker, and don't stand on that speaker. Because the guy that runs the show already told me, I can't use the words that the guy used, but he said, don't stand on that speaker.
Yeah, guys are like that.
Different terms, you know?
All right, we'll make sure to baby-proof the FrogFest
Well-
stage, okay?
You know, I almost, I didn't ruin our relationship because we have a meeting with Attorney Son tomorrow and some important information. But I used to go up in the loft and get on the other side of the railing and hang over the
Oh my God.
and do solos. And,
Yeah, you've been.
I bet
and they
you
said,
they didn't like
they said,
that.
Matt, do you have your own insurance? And I said, no. They go, please don't do that anymore. So I've almost got them to a point where they're gonna like implement some like hydraulic lifts and for real.
Harnesses like Peter Pan wears.
Yeah.
Yeah!
No, they're really they're looking into that for me. because-
Seriously?
For safety reasons, because they know I'm crazy.
So maybe we could borrow it when they get it for FrogFest.
That's what I'm talking about.
We should just come to see what these guys are gonna
We-
do, never mind what you're gonna sing.
We
Right.
fly the speakers at FrogFest, so you'll have to get a ladder if you're going to get on top of those.
Okay.
We'll figure out, you know,
got it.
Don't challenge
is there
me.
gonna be a, hey, weren't you guys at the benefit in Morrisville? Oh, your truck was there, but you
Yeah.
guys.
Oh, yeah,
Right.
we weren't there specifically.
Did-
Yeah.
did- you not see
Matt
where it was?
opened the show on top of the ladder truck, Morrisville's fire truck,
Oh,
you
really?
know, 100 feet in the air. With an American flag in his key jar.
And
No.
look at him, he's nodding his head like, yeah, I did.
Let me tell you something. I gotta admit I was scared.
Well,
Just a little bit.
there's that bucket thing they have for the rodeo. Maybe we could put you up in that.
Yeah, he'll do it.
Yeah, I mean anything that's crazy.
We just talked about how we're gonna skydive into our show.
that would be really cool.
You could crowd surf, you know, because there's a big enough crowd.
Well, I'm always, I guess, looking at entertaining values, and I'm thinking, I don't want people to come see us, you know, and we get a lot of the same people come to see us, you know, frequently. I really don't want them to get bored.
Right.
You know, our job is to make sure that they're entertained. So I'm always thinking, what can I do tonight? What can I do tonight?
Could
know,
you
like-
crowd surf with the guitar thing?
You could,
Still
absolutely.
playing it?
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
let's do that.
Oh, boy, you don't know what you've opened yourself up for now.
It's done.
Right. Huh?
It's on. Maybe.
It's on.
She'll crowd surf
June
with you. Look at
13th. Herkimer County Fairgrounds Wild West FrogFest and a rodeo presented by White's Farm Supply. You better get your tickets early, by the way,
Yep.
because they're going up.
They're $20. It's Jared Neiman. Hang on, because I always
Okay.
Gloriana.
There you go.
Trailer Choir.
There you go.
The Beadle Brothers.
Whoop,
just
whoop.
had it. And Chelsea Kavanaugh opens the show at 2. Painted Pony Rodeo kicks off at high noon.
All for $20. You can't even go see a
20
rodeo
bucks.
for $20.
You got until May 4th to get those advance tickets for that price, and you can get more details by clicking events at bigfrog104.com. And guys, thanks for taking the morning off to come in. We
Oh,
appreciate that.
thank you for having us.
Thanks for having us, and y'all keep listening to Big Frog 104. It is the best station.
Huh? I knew I loved that guy.
I thought you were gonna sing their jingle for him.
Go. I want
on, man.
Come on.
I'll
I
do the
have
first
to
part,
now.
you do the second.
All right, go.
Hopping down the country road.
Big Frog 104.
Hey!
I got him to sing before noon.
Yeah.
So
Awesome.
we have